And here with us now is retired Air Force Brigadier General John Teichert. John, it's always wonderful to have you. And obviously, more hostages being released is extremely positive news. As you know, Qatar and Egypt have played a key role in mediating this ceasefire, and the countries are now reportedly looking to prolong the deal by another 2 days. However, Hamas is expected to make greater demands in return for freeing those additional hostages. So how do you see all of this playing out? And do you think an extension would more greatly favor one side versus the other when this fighting ultimately resumes?
Kelly, we have to go back to those three primary objectives that have been on the mind of the IDF and Israel since the beginning of October 7th. And those are to defeat and destroy Hamas, to recover those hostages, and then to deter those other actors that may attack Israel from other parts of the region. And a week ago, Israel came to the conclusion that they had sufficiently neutralized and isolated Hamas such that they wouldn't gain a substantial military advantage by having a pause. And thus, for the last 7 days, we've rejoiced in seeing some of those hostages released. And Israel is going to only continue to allow those pauses to continue such that they can have an assurance that they receive hostages, as we have seen for the last week, and ultimately such that they don't give a significant military advantage to Hamas. And that's a fine balancing act. And I've got to believe that from here on out, we will see only day-by-day extensions to those pause, and the pause will stop once Israel believes that that balance is not in their favor and that Hamas is indeed gaining an advantage.
Yes, and that is the critical piece. That's the big question. When does that happen? So as you know, the Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu, he's under intense pressure from families of the hostages to bring them home. But it's possible he could get into some hot water with his governing partners if he's seen as making too many concessions. They're pushing him, of course, to continue the war until Hamas is destroyed. So which side do you think is applying more pressure, and how do you anticipate Netanyahu will respond? Will it be, as you outlined, in these continued day-to-day ceasefire negotiations?
Kelly, it's only going to be day by day, again, as long as Hamas is not seen to be gaining a military advantage. But there is extreme pressure on Netanyahu and others to recover those hostages. You've got to think about 7.5 weeks in the clutches of the brutal Hamas leaders there in Gaza. But Israel cannot sacrifice the ability to destroy Hamas during these pauses, and it's going to be this balance that will continue day by day until Israel believes that it's no longer in their favor.
I think this is the million-dollar question, John. What is that breaking point? When do you believe maybe potentially the Prime Minister says, okay, we have to go back in. Obviously, this is not working in our favor, and this is doing too much to re-embolden Hamas?
Kelly, a week ago, they made the decision that they had isolated and neutralized Hamas, and they're keeping an eye on that situation with all of the intelligence assets that they have. And based on those real-time pieces of information that are coming in, they're going to make those decisions day by day based on the situation on the ground, assuring themselves that Hamas is not gaining a military advantage by a significantly long pause.
All right. Retired Air Force Brigadier General John Teichert, always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.